Hello mates, I hope you're all doing well. So today we're doing the fourth one. You guys seem to be enjoying these so far, so being the absolute geezer that I am, I'm providing you with more. I know, you're welcome. Please feel free to send your financial contributions and gluten-free vegan goodies to my PO box. So yes, today we are going to be going back to that lazy ass well again, and we're going to be looking at what I wanted versus what I got posts from Reddit in relation to tattoos, not fish fingers. If you've seen one of these before, you know the deal, you know the premise. Much like me, it's simple. Users post their inspiration photo and then what they actually ended up with, and we all go, nice, or bro. Alright, so without further fucking about, we all want to look at some sick ass tattoos, don't we? And maybe even some shit ones too. So let's get into it. Okay, let's have a look at the first one. Jesus, literally. Okay, so if we have a look at the what I wanted photo first, we got a Jesus holding like a sacred heart in his hands. It's done in this kind of illustrative, kind of realism style in the like inspiration photo. So I'm not sure if this is just a photo that maybe OP has just found and gone, yeah, this is what I want, or if this is something that has been like drawn up by OP, or maybe this is what the artist drew up for OP. I'm not sure, but it would make for a cool tattoo. Right, now let's look at the what I got photo. Okay, so if the photo from before, the what I wanted photo, is actually what was drawn up by the artist and was used as the stencil or something like that, I don't know how this could possibly have gone so wrong. Jesus wept. And I think I might have to too, looking at this. How do things go this wrong? Like, the eyes aren't even, the line weight's not even the fucking same between the hands. How is this tattoo just so tragic? I really hope that money didn't change hands here, and if it did, I hope it was compensation from the artist to the client. I think I'm gonna say it. I think this is the worst tattoo that I've ever seen. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what else to say. It's just horrifically bad, isn't it? I feel like I say this in every single one of my videos, but at the same time, I don't feel like you can say it enough. This is why you have to do your research when it comes to getting tattooed. You can't just go to anybody, because you could end up with this shit, and no one wants to end up with this shit. I'm not being funny, but I genuinely think that I could do a better job of doing this tattoo with the end of a fucking bulldozer, and I have literally no artistic talent, and neither does this artist. I can't even bring myself to laugh at it. It's that bad. It's really bad, isn't it? Okay, next up, so they wanted this really pretty kind of lady head, like this realism kind of piece. There's like a flower going across the lady's head. The post also says this is from the owner, who has tons of apprentices in a shop near mine. Okay, so the inspiration photo is a really nice tattoo. The original photo does look kind of edited to me, but it is a very pretty tattoo, and a good photo to use as an inspiration for getting your own tattoo. Inspiration should be the key word here though. You shouldn't be straight up just trying to steal this tattoo, you know? Alright, let's have a look at what they actually ended up with. What they've actually ended up with is E.T. Man, that's bad. It's alright though, because the artist has given her piercing blue eyes, even if her eyes are 30 centimetres apart. Oh god, that's bad. I mean, the hair's not that bad, I suppose. Pretty much everything else though, pretty bad. Like the leaves going across her face, pretty bad. Her eyes, which are 6 feet apart, pretty bad. Although it is a nice shade of blue, isn't it? Her hand looks really fucking weird. Like, I'm not sure what went on here for this to just come out so fucked up. It's just a really ugly tattoo, to be honest, isn't it? And it might soften once it heals, but still, it's not going to become a good tattoo all of a sudden though, is it? And this artist trains apprentices. Again, gotta do your research, people. Imagine learning to tattoo from this guy. Imagine having to pay to learn from this guy as well. Fucking hell. I think a part of me just died inside, you know? Okay, next up we have one of my favourite things to look at in this series, and that is hand-drawn inspiration photos drawn by the client and then passed on to the artist. Drawn on lined paper as well. Couldn't even get a plain piece of paper. I mean, I'm taking the piss, but to be fair, everything in this photo does make sense. Like, you can tell what everything is. It explains very clearly where the client wants everything. You know, they want, I guess that's a tiger, they want a dragon, they want 1998 and 2000, and then some, I don't know, I'm so uncultured when it comes to other languages. A language that I'm fairly sure is not English though. And they want all of that on the top of their back. This diagram explains that very well. All right, let's have a look at what they actually ended up with. Okay, so they've not ended up with the non-English script on the top of their back. They have got their 1998 and their 2000 in there though. And we have got a tiger and a dragon. I mean, they're two very readable tattoos, but the shading doesn't make any sense to me on either of them, to be honest. Like the scales on the back of the dragon, that's all done really nicely. I'm not sure why there's so much clean skin in the dragon's head though. That doesn't make much sense to me at all. And the tiger looks kind of unfinished because of the lack of shading as well. The line work's kind of shit on the tiger as well, isn't it? Like, the line work is definitely better on the dragon than it is on a tiger, in my opinion. The scripts on the 1998 and the 2000 is good. Placement of the script all makes sense. It does feel like maybe the spacing on, like, between the individual numbers, to me it looks a little bit off. That might just be like how the client is posed though. I mean, I've definitely seen worse tattoos today, and these tattoos are definitely more than passable. I don't know if I can say anything nicer than that though. Okay, next up we have a mermaid with Forget Me Not in a banner. So straight away, with my finely tuned tattoo connoisseur kind of senses, I know that this is a piece of Sailor Jerry flash. You know, we've got a pretty mermaid, we've got like a shipwreck in the background of the mermaid. It's a very cool piece of flash and a pretty iconic image as well. All right, so they've taken in their piece of Sailor Jerry flash. What have they ended up with though? Oh God, that's not so good, bro. Okay, so clearly one would assume that they've not gone to a traditional tattoo artist who understands traditional and has like a respect for the work of Sailor Jerry at least. Her face, I'm just going to say it, it's weird. It looks really weird. Her right arm behind her head, that looks weird as well. The lettering is done really badly. The shading on the tail, it's done really badly. The shading for the sea in the background, it's done really badly. Scales on the tail, really bad. All of the line work throughout the tattoo, pretty bad. I will say, I do think that it is salvageable if you go to the right artist to get it fixed. But considering what they went in with and what they actually ended up with, that's a pretty big fail in my opinion. I would be absolutely fucking heartbroken. But at the same time, I would have gone to an artist who I knew could pull this off. Not to be too much of a prick about it, but I would. This really breaks my heart because I love Sailor Jerry's work, and for someone to do such a shit interpretation of it, yeah, it just breaks my heart. Okay, and lastly, we've got another hand-drawn illustration that the client has passed on to the artist for what they wanted. So they want like a pretty big back piece. I presume that is the devil that they want on their back. It's certainly one way of illustrating what you want. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Let's just look at what they ended up with, shall we? Okay, that is a sick back piece. So I would describe this as like a version of traditional, but there's also like a lot of like black work influence in there as well. Got this big devil face that's all black work apart from the eyes and like a bit of red in the teeth as well. And then we've got all these like peonies around there as well. I mean, yeah, this is a really sick back piece. It's really bold, it feels unique, sick line work, sick shading, flows really nicely with the client's back as well. And if you compare the what I wanted photo to the what I got photo, all the red squiggles kind of, I guess, indicates where they wanted the red as well. So it's really cool that the artist has been able to take that, the what I wanted photo, and then turn it into this really sick tattoo that I'm sure the client is really happy with. Hallelujah. At least we got to look at one really good tattoo today. And that is it. Those are my reactions to what I wanted versus what I got posts from Reddit. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like and hit the subscribe button and all of that other YouTube bollocks. If you like the music that you're hearing in the background, it was actually all produced by me. I have another channel where I post beats / instrumentals that I've made for singers to use to write songs to, so if that is something that you are interested in, I'll put a link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.